Hey all, just a quick video I wanted to make. So I've been working on a website. This is not a website for myself, but this is a website for a business I work with. Currently it's looking pretty good in my own opinion. I also made a website for myself. I think I can share that one a little easier because this is still a client project that is in the work, so can't share all of the details. But right here, this is my own website, for example. So what I wanted to talk about is how easily you can even make this. That's not to say that you need to have a website by definition, but the thing I'm trying to say here is all of these things, this website, I think personally it looks very neat. I fully made this with AI. So obviously I had to think of what the copy would be, but 90% of this is made with AI and it's looking really nice in my own humble opinion. So I wanted to talk about how you can also make this. And it's actually really easy. So it's not just about the website. Obviously you can also use this for any other programming tools. But yeah, this is just another tutorial that I kind of wanted to add into our classroom. So what I do is I use Cursor, and this is a code editor similar to Visual Studio Code if you're familiar with that. If you have programming experience, take into account I don't. I haven't really written this code, so I'm not a good programmer at all, and I won't tell myself I'm a good programmer, but I am a good, I don't know, like web developer, I guess, in the sense that I know how to navigate this. So really all you have to know. This here on the left are all of your files, and this is the same file structure as what you would see in your Windows Explorer. So these are all files within my folder called GeoWebsite, which is in another folder called projects or something. So if you open up Cursor, first you just have to open up the folder where all of these files are located. Then the next step is you are going to be going to View, and you go to Appearance, and then you open up the secondary sidebar. And then this sidebar will open up, so this bit right here. And what I would recommend is open up the chat first, and here you actually can chat with AI or large language models. So same like ChatGPT, like imagine being able to talk to ChatGPT but within your code editor. And then the composer, you can actually do the same thing, but it will actually automatically edit your code for you. So in this case, this is just a simple website, so I'm not too concerned with AI messing up anything. And AI just wrote this code, right? Like obviously I gave it the instructions, I told it the context of the website, but it made the website. And then all I have to do is just push it to my GitHub. So I'll quickly show you how to do exactly that as well, because obviously you need to store your code somewhere. So you can just go to github.com, and this is just where you store your code. You click on new, you can create a project. So in this case, for example, I have GeoWebs-site, and the first version of this website I even made with another editor. I'll just quickly show you that as well. That's bolt.new. I have other tutorials on this where I go a little more in depth, but you can just ask it to make a website and it will automatically generate a website. For example, let me see, for Locatics, the landing page I just showed you, I actually did this with bolt.new in the first version. So it's making a project just like this, but this is all in the browser. And then here I just chatted with it. It gave me all of the information, or I gave it all of the information, and then it gave me a preview. And as soon as you click deploy, it's also deployed on Netlify. And I'll show you how to do that as well. So this is actually more or less that website, right? I did make a few edits since then, but this is more or less that website. As you can see, for example, right here, this is not perfect. The calendar was a little bigger. I think I changed a little animations here as well, but this is literally me just giving 2 or 3 prompts to AI, and then I can deploy it. But what I did after this is I actually downloaded it and put it into Cursor, and then I can make more advanced edits as well and use more large language models, have a better UI altogether, and I can push it to GitHub. So from bolt.new, it's going to be harder to push it to GitHub. You can open it to StackBlitz and then push that to GitHub. I would suggest you use Cursor so that you actually have more control over your code. So from Cursor, you can actually tell it, like you can go to the chat and you just ask, hey, how do I push this to GitHub? Or how do I use branching in GitHub? So you have multiple versions, like a preview and a production version. You can do something like that. And I actually have that for this website, so I'll quickly show that as well. I have two branches, a preview and a main, and these then are connected to Vercel, which is a place where you can store your actual deployments. You know what, while we're at it, I'll show you exactly what that looks like. Right here I have the GeoWebs site, and here we have a preview, and we also have a main branch. So if I click on the preview, this is the actual preview of GitHub. So this is that branch in GitHub, and then there's another main, and they're connected to an actual site link. So I can open them up in a site. So for example, here, this is the main one. So here you see it's a pretty nice website altogether. It's interactive, and I didn't write a single line of code here, right? In here still there's a widget missing, but it is a great website in my own humble opinion. The blog still needs a little bit of iteration. Here there's all of the solutions. I even did a language toggle, which on the main version it doesn't work yet. So then there's also the other deployment, which is the preview. If I click that, this is still the preview. You see the URL is also different. And here I can actually go to Dutch and English. See, there's still some translations missing, but that's what it's looking like. And this is all made with AI. So as soon as I then make edits in Cursor and I push them to the preview, it will automatically in Vercel make a new deployment, and you can check it out on that website. And you could even share this with a client, like, hey, this is my MVP for this website. Please check it out and let me know what you think. And if you need any edits, then I'll push that to the main branch, right? Or you'll push it to the main, whatever. The main branch you can also connect to an actual domain. So as you can see right here, it still says Vercel app. I would suggest you make that an actual domain, so maybe like .com instead of this, or you have another URL that you want to use. You can connect that in Vercel relatively easily. So you can go to project, you go to settings, and then here there's options for domains and even environment variables in case you're using like APIs and everything in a more advanced app. Currently it's just a simple website, but say you're using like an AI chatbot or something within your application, or you're scraping data from an API, something like that, you need environment variables. And here you can connect it to the actual Git repository. So as soon as you make a new project in Vercel, right here, I can say create new project. I can also ask V0 to help me build it, just like what I did with Bolt.new. It will do the same thing. And then I can deploy it on Vercel automatically. You do have to pay for V0, same with Bolt, same with Cursor. But yeah, it's definitely worth the investment, in my own humble opinion. You can import one of your repositories, so you need to connect your GitHub account, obviously. You can just do that right here. You import one of those projects, and boom, you're actually like set to go. As soon as you open Cursor, you can then pull that same repository, make edits, push it back into the GitHub repository, and boom, Vercel will make an automatic deployment for you. And you can just ask AI whenever you're stuck on something. So you can do this with websites, you can do this with applications. Maybe you want to build a web.js. I would highly suggest you do something like this, like use Vercel, use V0, try these AI tools, because it is our competitive advantage for sure in your programming work, but also in your marketing work. So that's the video I wanted to make. I hope that's been a valuable video. I'll hope to see you in the next one. You can check out my Twitter, website, YouTube, or maybe you're in the community already. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in another video.